Hi, welcome to Beer Reviews for this week. I got a treat for you guys. Not only are you going to learn about a seasoning, vanilla, you're also going to learn about history of vanilla, okay? So, before I even start off with the beers, I'm going to go through a history of vanilla. Okay, so vanilla originally was cultivated in the state of Veracruz, Mexico, by the Totonac people. So the Totonac people believed, according to legend, that vanilla, the orchid, originally came from a princess named Xanat, and she was forbidden by her father to marry this one guy. That's how it works usually, right? So the thing is, they fled into the jungle, and apparently when they were found, they were beheaded, and her blood, actually when it hit the ground, turned into the vanilla vine. Alright. So, the Totonacs eventually were conquered by the Aztecs right before Hernando Cortez. Well, yeah. Before Cortez arrived. And what happened was, the Aztecs developed a really good liking for the vanilla pods. And for a long time, vanilla... people had tried to bring vanilla and try to cultivate it elsewhere. The thing is, for some real weird reason, initially vanilla has a really interesting symbiotic relationship with a certain type of bee. I don't know, other insects. Yes, I'm getting really close because I'm throwing something away. Hi, folks. But yes, it has a very unusual symbiotic relationship with one type of bee. So, for a long time, it was hard to cultivate vanilla in other parts of the world. So there was a guy named Charles Francois Antoine Morin, and he had an idea to try to cultivate it elsewhere in the world. But the problem is, it wasn't financially or commercially viable. And it wasn't until like 1841 that a slave on the French island of Reunion named Edmond Albius, he was the one who... Kitty. I gave you. It wasn't until then he actually noticed that you could actually hand pollinate vanilla. So for then afterwards, the French islands, like Reunion, Mauritius, you know, the island the dodo used to be on, and eventually Madagascar became the places where vanilla was cultivated in the world, because of this hand pollination. The thing is, vanilla is also used as a flavor enhancer. That's primarily what it's used for. Besides, vanilla is also used as a default flavor for ice cream. So a lot of people think vanilla is plain. Not really. It's also the most expensive spice because it's so labor intensive. So a lot of people don't take vanilla for granted, but so here you go, vanilla, not Vanilla Ice, because he sucks. So before we do the vanilla beers, I'm going to review Kingfisher Premium. It's a lager beer. Originally, it was produced in India, and this one is actually produced in their brewing company at Saratoga Springs. I'm going to give it a 2. It's not that it's bad. It's just funky, a little bit of fruit, but other than that, it's pretty much like Heineken. Now, here's the interesting part. Heineken does own a good chunk of Kingfisher's stock, so maybe that's part of it. It's just it's drinkable, it's light, it's just not eye-catching. Then there's Lamsbrau Organic Dunkel Premium Bavarian Dark Lager, imported from Germany. I'm going to give it a 3.9. Flavor-wise, it's really good. It's really flavorful. It has a cereal kind of sweetness with the wheat, but it doesn't really stand out. So these beers I have right here that I'm talking about, because of the vanilla, are Avon Brewing Company's Botanical and Barrels blends of vanilla bean stout with vanilla beans added, aged in bourbon barrels. And this is a really weird one. It's from a company called Black Raven Brewing Company. It's called Kitty Cat Blues. I'm not a pale ale person, but a limited pale ale release brewed with vanilla bean, dried blueberries, and catnip. Yes. Meow, meow. I'm not a pale ale person, so this could be horrifying. I've heard really good things about this vanilla bean stout. It better not fail. And Avery Brewing Company has usually been pretty good with stuff. So we're looking at the Kitty Cat Blues. It's a very copper-esque color. Has that floral botanical flavor, scent, flavor, whatever. It smells like tree, but also I can smell the blueberries coming off of it. So for Avery's Vanilla Bean Stout, I smell a little bit of vanilla. Okay, I'm going to try Kitty Cat Blues. Meow, 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 meow. It has that very floral pale ale punch, but it does taste like blueberry. Flavors of blueberries come at you after that pale ale punch, and the mellow flavor of blueberries, and I can't taste vanilla. And I'm not a pale ale person, but this can actually be, I could drink this. Like I said, drink this. It's actually kind of relaxing. I'm not a pale ale person, but I could give this a 3.7 because I still don't like pale ales. The pale ale punch that smacks you right there, it is mellowed out with those blueberries and the vanilla. I don't know what catnip tastes like because I'm not a cat and I don't run around on four legs and roll around. At least when I'm sober, I don't. But yes, the thing is, I would usually give a pale ale like a 3, but this with the vanilla flavoring and also that blueberry flavor that sticks out and those other herbal notes give it a flavor that I think transcends an IPA. So this is the stout. Oh my god. That is delicious. That is freaking delicious. That's really good. So you have this heavy kind of stout roast flavor that initially comes at you, and then all of a sudden that vanilla bean, that really strong vanilla bean flavor. Okay, so here's the little roast flavor. Here's vanilla bean. Smack out of your way, bitch. This is really good. I'm going to give this 4.6. Really good. This is easy drinking right here. And you can kind of have that flavor of bourbon. It comes at you. And then right about the end, that is really damn good. 4.6. If you guys can find this cost me like 14 bucks. So it better be damn good. Here you go. And all because of one little bug. Yeah, it's funny. That it looks like one type of bee that pollinates vanilla bean plants. Other than that, you have to do it artificially. Have you ever... Now, here's the thing. Now, you know what this reminds me of? If you guys remember Robotech, it's, the bastardization of Macross mixed with 2 other anime series, and it turned into a whole different new thing. And I grew up on it. Protoculture. It was their source, their power source. Turns out, eventually, it comes from a plant the alien race called the Invid pollinate. They tried, the Robotech Masters, the bad guys, tried to pollinate it according to the Sentinels stuff. I don't know if that's been retconned or not. Zor, the guy who discovered it, created these artificial, genetically engineered pollinator creatures that really are still predatory animals. They're little, like, cat fluffy thingamajigs mixed with mogwai from Gremlins. I don't know how that works, but yeah, this story of vanilla reminds me of the protoculture. Good, sweet protoculture. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this, because this was very research intensive. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. As I enjoyed this, drinking this. This is fantastic. Hey, I hope you have a good night, guys. I know this is not as humorous as the other videos, unless you really think that me going and doing the whole vanilla flavor, here's the smoky roast flavor, and then the vanilla bean flavor knocks it out of the way. If you think that's funny, you gotta get a life. But hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Good night.